Hi guys and welcome back to ONJ Gaming and you're me Ollie, and today we're back with another Yu-Gi-Oh character deck. So today's character is Bonz. You may not remember Bonz, but Bonz was like a sidekick to Bandit Keith, and him and Bandit Keith kidnapped Joey to force a duel so they can get the stars, and Bandit Keith gave Bonz some cards to help him out. So this deck is as complete as possible as I could complete it from the anime and from the manga. Not from the video games because they're a bit different, just from the anime and manga I've completed it as possible. I've duplicated some cards and I have added some cards, but the cards I've added were from 2002. I haven't added brand new cards, I've added the old original cards. Anyway, shall we just go through this and see what it's like. So here we've got Pumpkin King, the King of Ghosts. So I've added two of these. He only had one, but I've added two. Reason why it's his main card. And before we move on, you can see in the description down here if Castle of Dark Illusions is on his face up on the field. So basically he did not have Castle of Dark Illusions, but I've added it into the deck here. I've added two of those because it works for Pumpkin King. Right, so the next card we've got Zangi. So he had Zangi. I've only added one of those. Next card is Armed Zombie. An interesting thing about Armed Zombie, in Judas Kingdom he doesn't really exist. It was Zangi. He was sent to the graveyard and then brought back with parental burial, and it became a zombie. Yes, parental burial over here in that was that it could bring back loads of monsters from the graveyard and it turns them into zombies. That doesn't actually happen, as you can see here, and that's what happened in the anime. But I've added two armed zombies because they're level 3 and there's no point adding another strong, another high level Zangi. So I've added two armed zombies. I've got Cross Clown here. Cross Clown, again, when it was sent, I've added two, but I only had one. So I've added two. And again, same with Zangu and armed zombie. We got here Clown Zombie. So basically, Parental Ball brought back Glass Clown as Clown Zombie. Again, it doesn't make sense, but I've added two of those. I've added Clown Zombies, two of those. He only had one. And we've got Crawling Dragon. Again, Crawling Dragon, I've only added one. But again, he had Crawling Dragon, but here, Dragon Zombie. So he only had one Dragon Zombie because Crawling Dragon again was sent to the graveyard and then brought back with Parental Bell and turned into a zombie. What again doesn't make sense. But I've added two of those because we don't want too powerful monsters, so I added two of those. Next we've got the Snake Hair. I've added two of those, but he only had one. But I've added two and you'll see why in a minute. Next we've got Core of the Haunted. I've only kept it as one, but you can comment down below if I should have added two, but he had that. Stop Defense, he had a Stop Defense card. I've only had one. We've got Nightmare's Steel Cage. He only had one, but I've added two because it's a good stall card. Next we've got Polarization. I've added two, but he only had one, and we'll go to that in a minute. We've just talked about Premature Burial. I've only added one. I could have added more. Yes, it is banned now, but it wasn't back then, so ignore the little band symbol. But yeah, I've only added one, but you can always comment below. Next we've got Skull Invasion or Invention. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong. I should have really added two, but you can comment below. But he added one, so that's his deck. There we go. That's his deck. Ignore all these cards. He had one of those. One of those, that, one of those, 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 one, That's all we had. So I had to add some cards, as you can see. So we've got 2 Castle of Dark Illusions, again because it goes with Pumpkin King of Ghosts, so I've got 2. I've added a Mammoth Graveyard because I think it suited the theme. And yes, it's not a zombie, but I think it still added the theme. We've got the 13th Grave, again it is a zombie, so that's good, and it adds to the theme. Mask of a Dark Illusion, reason why I've added that in the deck, because it can get a trap. If you flip it, target 1 trap card and add it to your hand, so that's going to help with like Call of the Haunted. So there isn't really many traps in here, but I've added that. Next, I've added 3 Mystic Tomatoes. Reason why, it's when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 dark monster with 1500 or less from the deck, face up attack. So it's going to help summon these monsters because they are 1500 and less, set from like Calling Dragon and that. But it works for the deck, so that's what I've added. And next I've added a Violet Crystal because it works equipped to a zombie monster. Next I've added 2 Wasteland cards because it's again for the zombies, to power the zombies up. I've added a Dark Hole because I thought, why not add a Dark Hole? It's a bit overpowered, but I thought I would add it. We've got a Fisher into it because I think again suits the theme. Gravedigger Ghoul. Select up to 2 monster cards from your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. I thought that fits the theme. We've got Monster Reborn. Definitely fits the theme. So Monster Reborn. I've added Pot of Greed because yes, it is banned now. But again, you won't be playing this deck in like today's rules. If you are, that'll be a bit weird. But yeah, so I've added a Pot of Greed because it's an old classic card and it will help you draw. The same with Heavy Storm because it's a classic card and it will help you destroy all spell and trap cards. You can replace these banned cards if you wish to sign what's not banned, but I decided not to. I've added Gravekeeper's Servant to it because it came out in 2002. My mistake was I thought it came out when the Gravekeeper's cards came out, but no, it came out before them. That was my mistake. But I've added that because it's a good card. So that's the deck. Next we're on to the fusions. So we've got the Great Mammoth of Gold Fine. So it uses snake, hare and zombie dragon. So we've got 2 snake hairs and dragon zombie, sorry. Not zombie dragon, dragon zombie. So we've got 2 of those and 2 of those. That's why we've got 2 polarizations. So we've got that. It's the strongest card probably in the deck, I assume. Probably. And then if it gets destroyed, you've got that and that. So yeah. So that is his deck. It's a okay deck. I think it would work in a duel, be honest. I think it would. It'd be a bit hard to win, but I think it would work, personally. So comment below what you think of this deck and what you think of the character as well. Because I found him quite nice. He was like really a nice kid, but Ban Keith led him astray and all that. I like Bonz' character. Bit creepy, but I like him. I like his deck. It's a very interesting deck. Again, comment below what you guys think of it. And tomorrow will be another deck. Technically 2 decks. But I'll be releasing it as like a 1 video thing. You'll see why tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you tomorrow for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Character deck.